Yeah, since we don't have a teaser today, apparently I'm it. So, hello.
Yes, he is.
Hello.
Yeah, you are quite the teaser.
Hello, everybody. My name is Barry Horvath, and this is Moving Forward TV, your local market update and the crazy holiday set this week, isn't
Ta-da!
it?
Isn't it beautiful? And I am Dylan Gaston. Thanks for joining us. I know, doesn't our set look great?
It does look great, man.
I don't know if I can. You're going to do this like the.
That fire is mommy. We need it this morning.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yes, because it is like in the 50s here in Florida, so we need that fire burning.
Yeah, I know. And this, just lovely.
You know,
Just
you like
lovely.
it?
And like Minnie Pearl, like turn your head that way so people can see. Other way. He's got a price tag.
Well, after the show, I'm bringing this back, so.
Minnie Pearl. Do people remember Minnie Pearl with her price tag?
Actually, no, it's just the care instructions. It's really not the price tag, so.
So this morning before the show, as our faithful watchers know, we normally do a little teaser and then it goes into the intro. Well, we didn't do a little teaser today, and Barry said, well, what are we going to do for a teaser? And I just looked at him and I went, really?
Look at me.
Like we need one?
Yeah, exactly. So what are we going to talk about today? It's the holiday season.
I know,
Everybody's
it's
busy.
the holiday.
Does everybody want to buy a house right now still? I mean, people are looking still and closing and trying to get in before the end of the year.
I was just going to say, and by the end of the year, you know, homesteads and things like that around the country happen by year end. So a lot of people are still trying to buy houses, and a lot of realtors out there are still trying to make livings.
Yeah.
Mortgage people out there are still trying to make livings. So yes, closings are still happening. People are still buying houses, and it is still a great time to buy.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of new, exciting loan programs that were just announced.
But before we get there,
Let's talk about what's really going on.
oh, he did that good, didn't he? He just he has no idea what I'm about to say.
I know what you're going to talk about. You're probably going to talk about foreclosures and TransUnion and all
interesting
that.
study. Yes, an
know.
interesting study was done recently by TransUnion.
You know who TransUnion is?
Who?
I know who they are, but they might not know. This is my segue for you to explain, Lucy. Explain.
Go ahead. Explain, Lucy.
I don't
You
know
got
who-
some splaining to do.
I don't know. Trans means across, union meaning one. So across
Yeah.
one. So that means they're one of the three bureaus that reports to the credit score. Isn't that it?
Yes. Yay! Good lesson in what TransUnion is. As most people know, TransUnion is one of the credit repositories. TransUnion has done a study recently about delinquencies. Now, they do these all the time, I guess. And towards the end of the year, you start seeing all of these studies come out, right?
Yes.
You know, and how it compares to previous years and that kind of thing. Well, this study I thought was pretty interesting because it talked about mortgage delinquencies over the last several years. Way back, before the real estate boom and everything, the average mortgage delinquency rates were running between 1.5% and 2% nationwide.
Go figure. And
Then-
then 2007 occurred. That was our mushroom cloud. So, and many people didn't feel the decline of the markets in 2007. They really impacted us more in 08, 09.
Right, because as it started to go, people did everything they could to hold on.
Yes.
hold on.
So they spent all their savings and all money
Right.
to keep going, and then
So the real brunt of it kind of hit in
that's
2010.
that was when the real recession really rolled in. But it really began in 2007, back when people were still trying to buy houses like
And people
crazy.
thought that, oh, this is just a little blip. It's going to take a couple months. And then it's going to take a year, and then we'll be back to where we were, and things will be
that
back
was
on
a
top. I know I was one of
huge
those
blip.
believers.
So actually,
So it actually peaked
it did peak. So
in 2010 at 6.93. So it went from 1.5% to 2% mortgage delinquencies nationwide to 6.93%. That's huge.
That
That's
means
big.
7 out of 100 loans that Fannie or Freddie was holding went into foreclosure.
Went into default.
That's
So,
across the country. That's kind of scary when you think about it.
but here's the good news.
Oh, there's good news in all
There's
this?
good news.
There's good news.
Because now we're in 2014.
This is what I get when I get good news. I get excited.
Oh my God.
I don't have a tail
Wow.
so, yeah.
Wow.
So give us the good news.
You like
Dylan.
this hat. So since 2010's peak, it's been continuously going down. People, and I think like the whole mindset has changed. People have gone down. Right now, they're expected to close out 2014 with a mortgage delinquency rate of only 3.21. Right, 3.21, did I get that right?
That's good.
Now, and I say only because it's way down.
Right.
Granted, it's not down to the 1.5% to 2% where we were before the whole boom
But
happened.
it's way better than the 6.9
right.
some odd
So that's
percent.
great. And
even better, next year, 2015, they expect it to be down to 2.51%. So delinquencies are less. So now
what does all this mean?
it means that all this, you know what, when you go buy a house right now, you're getting put through the grinder. You're literally you are having to document everything. Every bank deposit you ever made.
Blood type.
Yes.
Dog's blood type.
Your pay
Cat's
stubs,
blood
tax
type.
returns, everything. Every I is dotted and every T is crossed.
Regardless of where it falls in the 875,000 pages that you have to sign at closing.
And those of you who bought a house know exactly what I'm talking about. And those of you who've been to a closing know, if you're on the real estate side, you know what I'm talking about. But the fact of the matter is, apparently it's working.
It's paid off because the lending has gotten stricter because of all of the crash and all of the delinquencies and everything. They didn't because of the Dodd-Frank bill that was passed. Everybody says, oh, the pendulum swung way too far to the other side. Yes, we totally agree.
Yep.
It did. It's starting to come back now, is kind of what it is. And why? Why is it starting to come back? Because I think, and that's what I was saying before, I think it's the mindset, quite frankly. I think people got crazy during that time. That's like something from Lost in Space or something. You look like one of those Martian people.
It's really, I was having a good hair day too. And now
not anymore.
Yeah, well, it's all
well, actually, you're having a better hair day now.
Now I got Santa.
Lovely.
He's like part of my brain right now.
But anyway, I think that for a while there, during the crazy times, people lost their normal morals. And, not everybody, but I think people they're using their homes as ATMs and you're warming your hands by the fire. Yeah. People were just spending crazily without thinking about the repercussions or anything, don't you think?
I do.
I think that things just went wild. People were taking money out of their house and buying a Mercedes. They never would have done that before. It was a piggy bank. It was crazy. And without thinking long term on this, because I think people didn't think that the boom everybody was doing great business wise, everything was flourishing, and people didn't think it was going to stop. Yeah. So consequently, and I think today that's humbled everybody. That's really humbled people. And if anything, it's humbled us. And somebody said to me, a real estate agent that I do a lot of business with said to me, and I thought this was a great line, unfortunately, Americans have short memories. Well, let's hope not this time.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because we want to definitely learn from this so that this doesn't happen again. And I think people are, because now we're back to the mindset. I think what these statistics show is that we're back to the mindset of we need to pay our bills.
And you know what?
We need to pay all of our bills because it's not just the mortgage delinquencies that are way down, but nationally, all debt is way down.
So we need to pay our bills. So when we get back to the office, are we going to pay my bills?
I'm going to give you my stack.
Darn it. All right. So with all this good news.
Like how I just slid that in.
Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have taken notice that delinquencies are down. And if for those you don't know, Fannie and Freddie pretty much fund almost all of your loans out there other than the portfolio lending that the small banks may do. So everybody falls by their rules and guidelines, no matter who you go to.
And and that's an interesting point that you bring up, because a lot of people think, remember when we were doing a lot of the HARP refinances and it was a big thing, can you get a HARP? And it was, if your loan is owned by either Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac.
Take me seriously.
I just keep going. I gotta go watch the hat. I'm afraid Santa's gonna sneeze because there's his nose.
So there you can't see it. There
Santa on top.
Yeah, it's all good.
Anyway, what was I saying? Okay, so the HARP loans. Everybody was doing these HARP loans, and the buzz out on the street was, is your loan owned by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac? And people were like, no, my loan's owned by, make my payments to Bank of America, or make my payments to, Wells Fargo or Chase or whoever else.
Or Norcom Mortgage.
But that's not really who owned your loan. They are just the pass-through kind of a person. Right. So none of the banks, quite frankly, just a little tiny, I'm doing a little bunny trail, as my pastor says. Bunny trail. none of the loans are actually owned, for the most part anyway, by the bank or the lender, whoever it is that you make your payments to. They just pass it through. No bank can afford to lend out your $100,000 for your house or whatever and wait 30 years for you to pay it back. The world would come to a crashing halt. So they lend out your $100,000 and then they turn around and they sell it to Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac on the secondary market, who gives them $100,000 back that they can lend to the next person.
Can we give
Stop
them?
it.
All right, they know who Fannie and Freddie are. Can we give them the good
People
news yet?
Consumers don't realize that, because I get that question all the time.
Of course you do. Can we please tell them what the new exciting loan program is? Or do we have to go to a break first?
We're probably going to have to go to a break first. Because
So we're going to leave them hanging?
There's great news on the Fannie and Freddie front.
And it's so exciting.
All right, so go ahead.
I'm not telling them.
After doing all of that.
Tune in next week.
No. There is some good news. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, like we said, they are the ones who makes the rules. Every bank, every lending institution, every mortgage that is being made in today's world, other than a few, like you said, a few local lenders.
Who are Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac again?
Who are pushing loans for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. So when they make the rules, people say...
Do they call you all the time?
If I can, they call me all the time. He's just like... People say, don't you hear all the time that people are saying that the banks aren't lending?
Right.
It's too hard to get a loan.
Yes.
The banks are crazy. The banks.
Right.
It's not the banks.
No.
It's not the banks.
It's Fannie Mae. It's Freddie Mac. It's their rules, and all the banks have to follow
Do you want to
them.
explain to them why? Should I explain to them why?
Sure, you just go ahead. I'll just go here. I gotta catch up on my emails.
I'm just on a roll here today. So this is what happens. This is the shortened version, because people hear all the
who's
time.
having a birthday today.
My son is this weekend. He'll be on your Facebook, I'm sure.
Delin's is coming up.
Letting you know. Yeah. Anyway,
Happy
you're throwing me off here. Stop it. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are the ones who basically make the rules. So when people are saying the banks aren't lending, it's not really that the banks aren't lending. It's Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are getting very strict with their guidelines and what the banks have to follow. So this is what happens. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac said, here you go, banks and lending institutions. This is the rules and the guidelines that you have to follow. So all of the banks and all the lending institutions follow those guidelines closely. And they make sure that everything that when you apply for a loan through whatever bank or lending institution, that they make sure that you meet these guidelines. And it's painstaking. They make sure that you meet these guidelines, and they'll ask you for a million things, and then they'll ask you for a million more things. And we understand it's very difficult, but they want to make sure that they don't miss a thing in these guidelines that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have set out for them. So what happens is, after your loan closes and you move into your house and everybody is all happy and everything, your bank or your lending institution turns around and sells that loan to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and gives it to them and say, here you go. This loan perfectly meets your guidelines, as you said.
Can we tell
them? And Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac say, oh, hold on a second. On the 87th page, you didn't cross a T. And I'm not kidding you. That's what happens.
We're never going to tell them about the new loan program. Look, we got to go to break.
I know that.
They're going to have to wait now to find out this new exciting loan program.
I wanted to do it after the break.
Really?
Yes.
That's not fair, though. Because then they got to watch a commercial before we tell them the big news.
But the commercial is good too. We will be right back, I promise.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex. Short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now. I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B. Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonatti created, perfected, and patented the Bonatti spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonatti invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonatti spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonatti succeeds where others fail.
Mortgages don't need to be complicated. At Norcom, we're here to guide you through the process. By following our tried and true path to success, we make homes happen. To get started, give us a call or apply online. A trusted mortgage consultant will reach out to you to find out what your goals are. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home or refinance your current home, we are dedicated to helping you achieve your goals. At Norcom, we'll provide a best-in-class customer experience. Once a plan is established, your mortgage consultant will analyze your income, assets, and credit profile in order to customize a plan for you. If you're planning on moving in the next few years, we might suggest an adjustable rate mortgage to be the best option for you. If you're a veteran, we'll get you started on a VA loan with 0% down. And if you're thinking long-term, a 30-year fixed loan might be your best fit. Our professionals are up to date on market trends and will help you make the best decision in choosing your rate. After we've found the program that's best for you, we'll then need to collect some information, including pay stubs, bank statements, and tax forms. Our underwriting team steers a loan through the approval process to verify that all the information you've provided is correct. As the underwriting process is taking place, an appraisal is ordered to determine the value of your home. A professional, local appraiser specializing in your area will determine the home's value. The last leg of this journey is closing your loan. While taking care of any last-minute details, our closing team will work on scheduling your closing date and location. It's that simple. Thank you for taking some time to walk through the mortgage path with us. Remember, we're always here to answer any questions you may have. It may seem intimidating, but here at Norcom Mortgage, we make homes happen.
I love this song.
I do too.
I can wag my tail.
Are we back?
Oh, sorry, everybody. We're just getting into the music. all of a sudden, we just pop up on the screen. And
Is that those Siberian Huskies? Yeah, they're up there. Actually, I love that music.
Oh, I love Mannheim. It's my favorite, and it's the time of year.
And I just love Christmas music and stuff. I know it's like very stressful for people, but it just really helps. And the Joy FM, quick plug for the Joy FM, does all Christmas music right now, which is really kind of cool. Joy FM 91.5. Yeah, but it's all Christmas music between now and Christmas, which is really kind of cool. So when you get in your car and you need a little pick-me-up,
we have this
so that
new
you don't
thing.
curse out the person who just cut you off.
And I love the Joy, so don't get me wrong, but you gotta love Pandora. You can just hit Christmas and then whoop, it's all Christmas.
You know what's funny about those things? I know, and I totally agree with that. I feel disconnected if I'm not like, once in a while they do like a little news or something. I feel like I'm in the apocalypse or something. Wait a minute. I need to know.
You gotta be connected to society.
I do. I have to be.
That's probably important for you because you probably work all day, come home, clean, feed your kids, work more.
5:30 in the morning, I find out what's the weather going to be, and that's like the last time I know anything.
There's an app for that.
I know. I have them all. I don't have time to look at them.
All right,
anyway,
so are we going to talk about the new exciting loan program?
Look at our little Grinchies and our lights
really cool.
and stuff.
You look cool today.
Our set looks so
You
cool.
look good. I don't know how we look, but our background looks great.
I look really good. I'm not so sure.
Hush.
Your hat is
All right,
lovely.
so let's talk about the new loan program. This is actually huge for the real estate industry, the market. I think this is going to stimulate the home market that maybe, it's slumping still in some areas. So I think this could actually stimulate it big time. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac both officially announced that they are going to do, are you ready? Where's the trumpets?
I know.
Where's my sound effects guy?
Drum roll.
Drum roll. They are going to do 97% loan to value.
Yay!
Okay.
They haven't done that in a while.
No, they haven't. I mean, in a long time. And just them.
Somebody out there right now is saying, are they doing it no doc?
No.
No.
You're still going to have to document. And there are going to be limitations on the program, but basically you're going to be able to walk into a house now in a conforming non-FHA loan with 3% down.
Which is something that they had done some studies and they across the country, and they said the biggest reason with with the interest rates being so low, they couldn't figure out why aren't more people buying houses.
Yes.
We're all kind of wondering that too. Why aren't more people jumping in?
I mean, a lot of people are jumping
right.
in. But
and
more people could be jumping in and will
absolutely
now.
More qualified people. Well, when asking them why aren't you, they're saying, well, I don't have enough money for the down payment. Mm-hmm. That's been the number one stumbling block, is that they don't have enough money for the down payment. So in looking at that, Fannie and Freddie both together came out with a program that you only have to put 3% down.
Yes. So this is huge, because what happens, as opposed to FHA, and
right.
I'm not against FHA. FHA is 3.5% down.
Right.
FHA has the upfront MI and the bigger monthly MI.
Right.
Now, we don't have the exact rates yet for this program because it's so new. It's right here.
Right.
You saw it live. You saw it here first, okay?
It just came out like a day ago.
Yes, so the MI will be reduced. So what does it mean for you? You qualify for more loan, lower monthly payment,
right.
and you can get a bigger house that
right.
you really want to. The other big thing is that FHA has lending limits.
Right.
Depending on your area.
So that's what we kind of wanted to do, so that you kind of have a visual of what's going on here.
They have a visual.
Right now, people, there's a visual for you. Wow.
Drinking coffee.
I think that's going to be a snapshot that's going to be cut later today and posted.
Yeah, all this stuff I do always comes back and bites me later, somehow, some way.
And your comment box just floods in.
Yeah. It's all good.
But anyway, right now, if people are having a struggle saving up the money for the down payment, pretty much their only option is FHA if they don't have at least 5% down, which is what it currently is. So they have to go with FHA, which causes higher mortgage insurance. The MI is mortgage insurance. You've heard of PMI, that's on the conventional side. Well, now on the conventional side, they're also going to do only 3% down, but it will have private mortgage insurance as well. But it's typically not as much as the FHA. So that's what Barry means by you're going to be able to qualify for lower payment without going FHA, right. and perhaps qualify for a little bit more house.
Absolutely. Like in this area, we're $270,000.
Right. Then there's the limitations. That's the other thing. Right now with FHA, which has been an everyone only option.
Talk, but you just go right ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead. I'll get back to my emails here.
Sorry, go ahead.
Another birthday. People are texting me right now like, you guys are crazy. Sorry.
Anyway, go ahead.
No.
Your FHA loan limits right now, you can't, in certain areas, in this area anyway,
in
which
Pasco.
is the Tampa Bay area, it's $271,000. That's the maximum that you can do on an FHA loan.
Right. So if you're buying a $300,000 house and want to put that low down payment, FHA is not an option for you. Yeah. In fact, I went looking that 54 corridor this weekend. These brand new homes that are all going up. You know, their base price.
Tons of brand new homes going up there.
But their base price on a lot of these models now is like $330,000. That takes out your FHA buyers in that
right
area.
Away.
And think of it this way.
So this is perfect for those people.
Oh, absolutely. So think of it this way. Before, if they wanted to buy that $300,000 house, they would need a minimum down payment of 5%, which would be about $15,000. Under this new program, it's $9,000. That's only 3% down.
Big difference.
That's a huge difference. So, you know, and it is going to be, there are going to be limitations on the program.
Right. It is a first-time home buyer program.
For Fannie, but not necessarily for Freddie.
I was just going to say that.
But Freddie won't be out until March, so stay tuned.
Right.
Okay, because I'll probably wear Easter hats and we'll introduce that. Okay.
He'll have bunny ears on.
Something cool. So don't worry about it. But this is big. This
is
really
big. So so Fannie Mae, it's going to be a first-time home buyer. Freddie Mac, it's going to be open to anyone. That's great.
Now here's another.
In addition,
this is the biggest thing. You can refinance into this program. Did you hear me? Those of you that have been on the fence and not opting to refi because you couldn't do it.
You couldn't. You
could-
didn't qualify for the HARP.
Right, because you didn't have a HARP loan, but now you
didn't
could
have a Fannie or Freddie
refi into
owned.
this program.
Right.
And that's huge.
That is huge. There were so many people who've called us all the time
No, they only call you.
and said, if my loan is not owned by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, what happens? And I'd say,
I don't
sorry,
know.
sorry.
Now you can go up to
we're
the
kinda
90.
stuck.
Now you can go up to the 97 program.
You're not stuck anymore.
No
You-
cash
you
out
have
on this.
light at the
but
end of
you
the
could,
tunnel.
You could probably lower your rate or get out of that ARM or whatever crazy loan you might have signed up for back in 2007.
Right, exactly. 2006 or 2007.
Or 2005.
Right.
Or 2004.
In those crazy years. So
Yeah.
that's really good. So, and especially with the values have
The
definitely
values
started
have come
going up again.
And
so
rates
now,
are at historical lows right now too.
Yes.
So, I mean, we're not at the bottom. We're
just dropped down again.
but we're definitely down there. So,
Yeah.
speaking of that, did you lock my loan yet? Am I still closing Friday?
Did you accept your docs yet?
Did you resend them? I'm refinancing my house. Can you tell?
And he is like the most difficult client.
I'm the worst ever. But it's so good. So we're closing Friday, right?
Didn't I give you that pay stub? No.
Yeah, I'm a typical borrower. I don't even know what I
And
am.
then he wants to close on Friday. Yeah, like that's happening. Okay,
She
so
didn't say which Friday.
that's right. I didn't say which Friday. So that's good. So that's our big news. Isn't that big news?
Yeah.
What else do we want to tell them about?
I don't know. We want to sell them. I'm going to save like $200 a month. That's all I know.
That's big.
So everybody should look at refinancing, including the.
The producer's telling us it's time for a break.
All right. So we gave them all the good news. 3% down. Fannie, Freddie, reduce MI. Get with your real estate professional now if you're looking, or if you're a real estate professional. Get the word out on the street. Hey, check with your lender. There's new programs out there that weren't available yesterday, and they're available today. So we'll be right back.
Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex, short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now.
I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B. Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonatti created, perfected, and patented the Bonatti spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonatti invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonatti spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonatti succeeds where others fail.
Mortgages don't need to be complicated. At Norcom, we're here to guide you through the process. By following our tried and true path to success, we make homes happen. To get started, give us a call or apply online. A trusted mortgage consultant will reach out to you to find out what your goals are. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home or refinance your current home, we are dedicated to helping you achieve your goals. At Norcom, we'll provide a best-in-class customer experience. Once a plan is established, your mortgage consultant will analyze your income, assets, and credit profile in order to customize a plan for you. If you're planning on moving in the next few years, we might suggest an adjustable rate mortgage to be the best option for you. If you're a veteran, we'll get you started on a VA loan with 0% down. And if you're thinking long-term, a 30-year fixed loan might be your best fit. Our professionals are up to date on market trends and will help you make the best decision in choosing your rate. After we've found the program that's best for you, we'll then need to collect some information, including pay stubs, bank statements, and tax forms. Our underwriting team steers a loan through the approval process to verify that all the information you've provided is correct. As the underwriting process is taking place, an appraisal is ordered to determine the value of your home. A professional, local appraiser specializing in your area will determine the home's value. The last leg of this journey is closing your loan. While taking care of any last-minute details, our closing team will work on scheduling your closing date and location. It's that simple. Thank you for taking some time to walk through the mortgage path with us. Remember, we're always here to answer any questions you may have. It may seem intimidating, but here at Norcom Mortgage, we make homes happen.
Santa's checking his list. He's checking it twice. We're back on, you know.
Oh,
He's checking his list.
no, I'm on my Facebook. Who are we kidding?
He's seeing how many people are like tagging him and
Yeah.
commenting on his posts already.
It's crazy. I love how people love our show.
I know.
It's really good.
Thank you all. People during the segment are texting him or commenting and
I think
stuff.
it's really
so that's
cool.
really cool.
Thank you guys.
Thank you all for your
That
support.
Really, it means a lot. So
Which is perfect because
because we're doing this huge event to support others to give back to the community.
that's why we want you to come back. We don't want you to miss this. We have this awesome event coming up on Friday night, this Friday night, December 12th at Seven Springs Country Club.
It's the 4th annual one. Believe it or not, this thing started as a short sale seminar.
A seminar.
Yeah.
A
how
seminar
funny.
for realtors and people going through short sales.
Yeah, so go figure. And then
And somewhere along the line we said, oh, look, you know.
we could raise money
We
with
could
this.
raise money doing this. Maybe we should sell raffle tickets or something.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we do with the money? Hey, I have an idea. Let's give it to a family in need.
Yeah.
What a great idea.
Yeah,
That's
it's
how
a
it
great
started.
idea. And then all of a sudden we got sponsors, and then we raised money.
And it's turned into such a wonderful event
Yep.
in the community that people look forward to it every year.
It's a lot of fun, and we have 2 families that really need our help right now. So
Right. We have 2 families who have been afflicted by cancer, unfortunately, this year. One of them is a single mom who has 4 children, and the other one is a little 3-year-old boy who has cancer. Needless to say, life doesn't stop for everyone else when you are afflicted with such a horrible disease. But while the families are so focused on battling the disease and things like that, our goal is to try and give them a little bit of normalcy in their lives, because the kids go to school still and other kids are talking about Christmas and Santa and things like that. And this poor child, he goes home and pretty much a lot of things are unfortunately with the illness, understandable. But anyway, we wanted to give back to these families, and we wanted to try and give them a Christmas to remember.
And you know what? All the proceeds from the event go to them. There's 50/50s at it. There's a photo booth.
Lots of stuff.
Ugly holiday sweater, holiday socks, wear your Grinch look-alike, all that. It's all fun.
And
Live
you can
bands,
still
DJs.
come. Tickets are still available
Yep, tickets are online at www.wpba.biz. So it's right there up on the page. See it, West Pasco Business Association, in case you forget. They're $20 to go.
It's only $20.
And go,
What
it's
a
a
great
great
night.
cause. Even-
It
you know what?
includes dinner.
Even if you don't come, buy a ticket anyway.
That's right.
'Cause
And
these families
donate it
can
to
need
someone
it.
else.
Yeah, 'cause
it
it'll
includes
help us.
dinner. We're going to have some great food there. We are going to have dancing. We're going to have the Whovilles live playing, as well as the band. What's the name? The high
Bad
school.
Example. And $6 band.
$6 band. A lot of you in the Pasco area know that.
Not
6
$6.
hour. Sorry.
Yeah, because they all met in 6 hours. So go figure. How cute
Oh, that's
is that?
cute.
They're really good, though.
From the high school, right? The
Yep.
high school. They started in middle school
Yep.
and went to high school. So a lot
They're
of
really
band
good.
kids are going to be there, and they're fantastic. They've played for
And
us
of course,
before.
a DJ and holiday music and
So there's
food,
gonna be
fun.
dancing and-
live auctions too.
We have a spirit table that
Oh my
has,
gosh.
oh my gosh. If any of you attended our Bowling for Boobs event last
It's
September, this enormous spirits table, tons of booze on this table, and you can win the whole table.
Yes.
The whole table.
Yep.
So raffles for that. We have a money tree. We have a tree completely filled with lottery tickets.
I'm going to win that.
That's going to be a good one. And we have tons of other great baskets and offerings that have
50,
been donated
50-50.
by area businesses, 50-50.
Yes. And you know what? I know we have a lot of sponsors for the event, and thank you, Tampa Bay Multimedia did a wonderful, wonderful video
Yes.
that's going to blow you guys away when we post that. So all our sponsors.
Later on today. So
And
definitely check us out on
We do want to give
Facebook.
a shout out to Stacy Kemp
Who
of
is our
Kemp
event
Law.
sponsor.
Yes, Kemp and Rouge, unbelievable. They just give back to the community, and it's great to see. And you know what? It's really not about the money. And I talked to actually somebody from a local church that one of our recipients last year said the money was great. It gave them a little hope, but it was really about seeing hundreds of people gather together to celebrate their life and help them and support them. That's really what it's about, and it's a fun time. It's really
the whole community coming
that's
together.
Really what it's about.
It's all about being with friends and family and networking and such. So you know what? Come out and be with your old friends or make some new friends. It's
Ooh, I
going
like
to be
that.
a great time.
Did
I
you
do
write
too.
that yourself?
No, actually, Debbie did. I got to give kudos to Debbie in our office. She wrote that.
That's really good. Oh, Debbie from Dynamic Title.
Yes,
Yes,
she's
our title
very
sponsor.
talented.
Gotta love them.
Okay, so other than that, hey guys, we thank you for sharing.
Yes,
Get
7
this
o'clock
out.
Friday night,
Yes.
7 Springs Country Club.
And
So-
get this out. Please, please, please share our show. Get the news out. Get the word
Yes,
out.
get it on
We'd
Facebook.
love to hear
share
from you.
it. Friend request me, I'll add you.
And
It's
we
okay.
will be back next week before Christmas.
Yes, we will. We'll do something fun, I'm sure. So have a great week, everybody.
Thanks all. We are today and every day.
Moving forward.
We'll see everybody next week. Bye-bye.
Greasy black tail. Just face the music, you're a monster. Mr. Grinch, yes you are. Your heart's an empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders. You got alligators, oh, Mr. Grinch. Well, I wouldn't touch you with a 39